Hello, hello. Very good afternoon to everyone here. We have with us the very statuesque, beautiful, stunning Rashi Khanna. She is somebody who's truly a pan India star. I know this word has been overused, misused, and just it's there everywhere, but she's an actor who's carved a niche for herself across languages from Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and she's acted with the biggest stars there, right? She has Ustad Bhagat Singh coming now with Pavan Kalyan. Any Pavan Kalyan fans in the house? Okay. We have a few there, and she's acted in Malayalam across Mohanlal, in Tamil with Vijay Sethupathi, and of course, you know her in Farzi with Shahid Kapoor. A big round of applause for the very talented Rashi Khanna.
Thank
Rashi, I'm sure you get asked this a lot, How many languages do you know? How many can you speak?
Firstly, a very good afternoon. I'll have to count now. I'm constantly working on learning more languages, but I think I speak Hindi, Telugu, and Tamil really well. I've also recently become very good at Punjabi and a little bit of Bengali. So yeah, and English. Yeah.
Of course. So Telugu Telsu Kada, because she's done a beautiful, emotionally grounded role there as well.
Yes.
I can just go on and on about all your multilinguistic skills, but working across these industries, does it add nuance to your performance? Do you imbibe characteristics from different cultures, or are you an actor who believes acting is acting the same across languages?
I think the emotional truth of a character is the most important thing, and then language becomes secondary. But of course, the language is very, very important to connect with the audience. They genuinely take you as their own when you can speak their language, and that's why I think it was a conscious decision for me to learn these languages. I could have gone the other route and not learned it, and taken other tools to help me. But I think that's just my passion towards my films and my audience. So I think language is very important, but it's secondary to the emotional truth of the character. Yeah.
And I've also discovered that you are an English honors student from LSR. So I think this is something that you're very. And did you all know we have so many students in the house here? She also wanted to become an IAS officer. She was studying to become that, and then life had other plans. So talk to us about it. We have so many young people here. You have some lofty plans, and now you've achieved perhaps even more fame. How does that happen?
I was as clueless as a lot of my peers were when I was in school, wanting to one day become a teacher, one day become something else, one day become a nanotechnologist. I had never thought of becoming an actor, because there was no backup. And I think in college, when I did English honors, a lot of people thought, oh, what is English honors? It's just stories. I think that really helped me. That really helped shape who I am as an individual and even as an actor. Because in English honors, the stories that you read, you have to give your perspective on those stories. There is no right or wrong. There is your right and their right. So you do realize that there is no right or wrong, black or white in life. And you understand characters and stories, where they come from, why they do certain things. It makes you more empathetic. It helps you grow as an individual, and that has helped me in my film journey, understanding my characters, because I never judge them. You can't. The audience can judge them, but you can never judge them when you have to play them. So my education actually helped shape me as I became an actor, and slowly understood how it was all destiny, for me.
The time you spend on yourself really shows, right? Like you can tell that this is somebody who knows her stuff, who is somebody who's well versed in the craft, the art, and the language. Rashi, recently, of course, you are the talk of the town for 120 Bahadur. And I discovered, I was going through your filmography, you have been quietly, I say quietly because you have not drummed up all this noise around it, but done such powerful performances. You've done a variety of them, and there's quantity and quality that you've balanced over the years. Now, 120 Bahadur is the latest in that. You are alongside Farhan Akhtar, another actor who's a thinking actor, who is intellectually inclined, who is, somebody who gives a lot to his role. How was that working with him?
I think, firstly, I'd like to say thank you for noticing that I haven't drummed up everything that I have done so far. It is a conscious decision to be known for the craft that I bring in than to be known as the person I am or the noise that I make. Because I think fame is loud, it's transient, but hard work and respect are silent. And I look for respect more than fame. And I think that's going to be probably the reason for longevity or the fact that I have survived for so many years. Coming back to 120 Bahadur, it really changed my emotional grammar as an actor because it's very easy to cry, but it's very difficult to keep it in. And I think that restraint is what I learned in 120 Bahadur. And Farhan sir is someone who I really respect and look up to because he's truly a gentleman in today's in our industry or in today's world because he really treats women very nicely on set and even otherwise everyone around him, which is an old art that is lost, I feel. And when I saw him, I was like, oh, there are men like this, and I really value that, yes.
Yes, that does remind me. He is extremely gentlemanly. He is very polite. Always makes sure, that the basics are addressed that usually on a set you wouldn't think of somebody doing. So, yeah, I'm sure it can be a pleasure working alongside someone like him. That's in Hindi. And like I told all of you, she's working, she's finished. In fact, she's wrapped up Ustad Bhagat Singh with Pawan Kalyan. Such a huge star. The mania around it must be on a whole other level. Talk to us about that experience, and you are no stranger to working with superstars, but I'm sure this was an experience that was apart from that.
I've said this a lot of times that that's the only film in life that I signed without reading the script. I didn't hear the story. I said, okay, I just want to be part of it because it has Pawan Kalyan sir. And when I had entered the industry, I remember there was a film that I was shooting, and there were all these T-shirts with all these boys who were on set. They were wearing it, and it had Pavanism written on it. It's like he has crazy fans. You can see it everywhere. And I think what I loved or probably learnt working with him was how humble he was. He doesn't carry his stardom on his shoulder. And he's all about people. How can I help people? What can I do to help them? And I think that is where his true star power lies, in wanting to help people in whichever way he can, either through entertainment or through politics.
And speaking of star, you are somebody who has consciously chosen to be known as an actor. You've been very clear that I don't want the frills, I don't want the glitter. I don't want to lean into that. I want to work on myself, and I want my body of work to speak for itself. But today, in 2025, where being seen is currency, where being papped is what keeps you in the news, do you feel that this is a decision you might reconsider?
But I'm here today, haven't I? I think for anyone who comes into the industry or wants to come into the industry, there are so many people who'd come and tell you, "Oh, this is the way to be." You have to go through this culture of paparazzi, or you have to go through this culture of connecting with people, to be seen, go crazy on your social media. I don't believe in all that. I think all of that is background noise. And if you're not really good at your craft, you're not going to last. You may be famous, but you'll not be respected. So you choose what you want. If it's fame that you want, then okay, go for it. There's no right or wrong here. But for me, I think my craft is the most important thing, and the rest of the things come along. So yeah, I don't chase fame. I chase respect. Yeah.
And when it comes to differences between the industries, right? What is one stark difference that you have noticed working from north to the south, east to the west? What are the differences that you've noticed across these industries?
Honestly, I get asked this question a lot, and I have really given it a thought. And I genuinely believe that apart from the language, there really is no barrier because everyone wants to make good films. Everyone has the same passion for the craft. Everyone wants to put in the hours, and everyone is hardworking. Whoever's made it. So I don't think there is any difference except the language, and I think we are all contributing to the larger scale of Indian cinema, and that's why I don't believe in regional anymore. I think those boundaries are blurred, which is amazing, and we truly today are the Indian landscape, the Indian cinema. So I don't really see any differences. Yeah.
Okay, That's an honest answer indeed. A lot of people talk about the working difference across industries, but I think when you really come down to it, we all work the same way. You had a very atypical debut with Madras Cafe. Since then, as well, you've done some unconventional moves with your career. What would you say has been the defining role for you, or what is it that people come up to you and say, Rashi, I know you from this, or the one that's got you the most adulation, fame, respect? Which one would that be? What aspect or
You
role?
know, a lot of different people have loved me for different things. A lot of men have loved me in love stories. There's a film called Uhalu Gusugusalare that was my first Telugu film, and Toli Prema, which became hits, and people recall me from that. Some of them love me in comedy that I have done in the South. Some of them love me for the songs that I have been a part of in the South. I do think that's a space I need to fill in the northern industry as well, because I still haven't done that commercial song in the Hindi film industry. But I'd love to do that, and I love commercial cinema as well. So yeah, just that.
And is there any actor that you want to work with? You've worked with, like I said, she worked with Devarakonda and Vijay Sethupathi. She worked with Mohanlal, Farhan Akhtar, Shahid Kapoor. Any actor on your wish list that you're waiting to work with?
I think I'd love to work with Ranbir Kapoor and Vicky Kaushal, because I love them for their craft and what they bring to the table. And every film is different from the other, and they're constantly reinventing themselves. So these are two actors I'd love to work with.
I think that's a consistent answer here on this table, on this panel. Ranbir Kapoor is somebody that everybody wants to work with. And a director who you're waiting to call, would you like to manifest that on this stage today? That one director you're waiting for a call from?
I think Bansali, sir, because I think for every female actor, he's like a dream to work with, also because of the way he projects women and gives them agency. And I'd love to do a song in one of his films as well, because I loved Priyanka Chopra in that song Ram Chahe, Leela Chahe Ram. So something like that, because I think he projects his women in a very nice way. So Bansali, sir. Rishabh Shetty, sir, because I think he's brilliant with the films he's made with Kantara. I mean, I love that film, so I think him. I'd also love to work with Rajamouli, sir, because of course he's one of the most amazing directors that we have. So yeah, these three on top. Yeah.
I'm so glad you said song, because I immediately remembered that Rashi Khanna is a beautiful singer.
God.
You can probably guess that from her voice already. So for the few of you who don't know that, she's a fantastic singer, and I would love for her to back me up on this. And there's such young, lovely people here in the audience. They're waiting to hear you sing, Rashi. Please do us the honors.
Guys,
Any
you
song
really want
choice.
me to sing?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Round of applause to drum up some enthusiasm. Yes, go for it, Rashi.
I don't know which song to sing now that you're asking me. Can you give me like a minute to sort of
course.
sing?
Of course. I'm also excited now. I'm trying to guess.
This is a slightly old song, but I love the song, so I'll sing it. तूने मुझे पहचाना नहीं, जाना मैं कोई अनजाना नहीं, आशिक हूँ मैं तेरे नाम का, दीवाना हूँ मैं दीवाना नहीं. Thank you.
Wow. Okay, so acting, singing, once more. Oh, they want one more.
No, that's
I
it.
know. Okay. I'm sorry. Maybe we'll try after the session. She's been very sporting already. I'm not going to push her to do more. But any other like hidden talents we don't know about? This is not hidden anymore. Anything else that we don't know about? In the next panel, I'll ask her to do it.
Maybe I'd let my characters reveal that, because I think every character pushes you to learn more things as an actor, and I think I've learned a lot of things on my way, but let's leave it to my characters. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
so what have you learned from your characters? Singing, was it from a character? Were you always a great singer since childhood?
I mean, I always wanted to sing, when I was younger, but as I grew up, and you know, I come from a middle class family, and you know, there's no backup in your life, and you're your own hero. I chose the easier path. Not the easier, but I mean, this is very difficult, but the easier path in terms of academics because I was good at it. So I thought, okay, I'll do this and I'll become an IAS officer because I was really good at it. And then I always had stage fright. So I was like, okay, I can't be on the stage. I can't hold a mic. I can't do all of that. So acting was never on the radar. But singing was, and it took a backseat. So one of these films that I was shooting for, I'd keep singing on set. And somebody noticed, and they said, why don't you sing for our film? And that's how the playback singing started. I still feel that I'm a very okay singer. I'll have to like really work myself up because we have great singers in India. You know, no, honestly.
Great singer. You're a great performer, and I feel like I have to back you up here as somebody who really cannot sing at all. You're fantastic.
But you know, I'd just like to add something. I'd just like to say this from the experiences that I've had in my life. Fear blocks talent, and a lot of times we feel like we can't do something, and those barriers are things that I've also kept in my life. When a Telugu script came to me, and I thought, oh my god, I can never learn this language till I had no option to. But when you cross that fear, there is freedom. You know, is why I tell all the kids growing up that don't let fear stop you. Cross it because there's freedom on the other side, and it's liberating. Yeah.
It's always a great reminder to me who's sitting here nodding to myself. I'm also a very scared person. So thank you for that reminder, Rashi. I do believe we have some time to take some questions from the audience. Do any of you have any questions for Rashi? Show of hands, please. Any questions for her?
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, there's one girl there. Here, can we get a mic to her, please?
Hello, ma'am. Myself, Sangamitra. You're
Hi.
looking so beautiful.
Thank you so much, Sangamitra. Thank you.
I'm like shivering. Like
No, please don't. Please don't.
Okay. So my question is like everyone knows that you are a UPSC aspirant. So what inspired you to like significantly shift from the IAS studies and like coming to acting? Like what do you think? Like don't you think like if you were an IAS officer, so you could have the different life and different so. Like,
You know, there's definitely a reason why I believe that I was destined to be here because I never planned on becoming an actor, to be very honest. When I was studying, I just got this summer break, and a friend of mine wanted to be an actor, so she dragged me to Bombay. And my parents were very happy because they were like, she's always in books, let her see life, let her travel. So I came to Bombay. I ran from my first audition. That was my experience. I was shivering. I couldn't stand in a place with a lot of people. That was my journey. But as soon as the camera came on, I just felt so much at ease. And you know, the idea of wanting to become an IAS officer was to help my country. You know, a lot of people say, oh, politics is dirty, don't get into it. But if you don't get into it, who will clean the country? You know, that is how I felt, is why I felt responsible. And today I feel, even as an actor, I have that power of affecting young minds, of telling them how to lead their life, of cleaning their minds, I feel is my responsibility. So I'm still living that life. It would have been different. But this is also a different kind of power that I like. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And that's true from the movies that she chooses, very conscious decisions to make sure that they are contributing to society positively. I think there's a hand somewhere there as well. Yeah, we can pass the mic to them.
I love that girls are asking me also. I mean,
Hello, ma'am. My
Hello.
name is Sainidhi. I'm from KC College.
hi Sainidhi.
So, just saw your movie Telusukada in
Yes.
Telugu. I love the movie.
Thank you.
So, how was the experience with Sidhu sir and her Neeraj ma'am? Her debut direct film, what was? So, how was it?
I think it was her first film. She was a stylist turned director, and we all placed a lot of faith in her. It was a great experience because it didn't feel like it was with a first time director. And honestly, the experience of working with Sidhu was also great because he is a fantastic actor and he also gave it his all. So it was a great experience. Yeah, thank you.
Neerja Kona, very reputed stylist, comes from the industry and now turned director and telling that she chose you. I think one last question from the gentleman
Hello.
there is right at the back, so I feel bad. I don't want to leave him out. You know, let's get a mic right at the back.
Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for asking something.
Yeah, just I have a normal question for you. I know you work with many of heroes. Okay, which one is your favorite?
Oh, what the favorite
Means like
actor?
आपको ऐसा फील क्या होगा कि काश ये रियल में हीरो मेरा.
नहीं नहीं, ऐसा फीलिंग किसी के साथ नहीं आया कि रियल में मेरा हीरो. लेकिन आई थिंक इफ आई हैव टू मेंशन वन नेम इन टर्म्स ऑफ प्योर क्राफ्ट, आई थिंक इट हैज़ टू बी धनुष. Because I think he's one of the, I mean, he is one of the best actors I have worked with. I mean, his craft, the hold on it is just mind blowing. So I really respect him as an artist.
The
Yeah.
film is Tiruchitrambalam
Yes.
with Dhanush. You must watch it. You can watch it with subtitles for those of you who don't know the language. Excellent work. Okay, and on that note, thank you so much, Rashi.
Thank
You
you.
know, I feel like I can keep talking about your films. There are so many that I haven't gone in, explored in depth in this conversation. There's so many they're yet to come. She is playing a plethora of roles, everyone. I know you're all waiting for Farzi too as well. So give it up for this very lovely Rashi Khanna.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.